Subscribe to Get Curried and click on the bell icon for more updates.
None of my trips to Bangalore are complete without a sumptuous breakfast in one of the breakfast parlors. Well, today on that note, I would like to show you one of my personal favorites, and that is a Mysore Dosa. And this one is a dedication to Royal Challengers Bangalore. Let's begin. Where for any dosa, or rather a classic dosa, whether it's a sada dosa, a ghee dosa, a Mysore dosa or a masala dosa, a standard batter needs to be made, which looks like this. Well, this batter needs to be fermented overnight, and next morning we of course need to start making a dosa. How do you make that? The first step is to get the ratio and proportion right. Well, we need to begin with South Indian rice or boiled rice or okra rice, as we all know. We need to wash this well at least 3 times, soak this for a minimum of 3 hours. While soaking this, we also need to soak another few set of ingredients. The first one is Urad Dal. Well, this one is a polished and de-skinned dal. Along with this, we also need a tablespoon of Basmati rice, and along with this, just a little bit of chana dal. For some additional flavor to this recipe, I personally prefer adding just a few grains of Fenugreek Seeds. All this needs to be soaked well for a minimum of 3 to 4 hours. Then it needs to be ground into a nice and smooth paste. Well, the Urad Dal needs to be ground into a smooth paste, and the rice needs to be kept a touch coarse. That's as simple as it is. Just as an additional and my personal favorite steps, I personally prefer adding in 2 ingredients. The first one is poha or puffed rice, and the other one is rice flour. The addition of this makes the dosa nice and crisp, so remember that. The next morning, when you of course check the batter, it looks like this, and it's quite doubled in volume. Time to add in some salt. This needs to be whipped well and kept aside. This is whipped and ready. This goes aside. And the next step is to make a classic spice mix, and that's known as the Mysore masala. For that, we need some flakes of coconut. You can also take shredded coconut or grated coconut as per your convenience and choice. We need to make this nice and spicy and red in color, and for that I'm using some red chilies. To this, we need to add in some toasted coriander seeds. The predominant flavor is of course coconut, coriander and chilies. To spike it up a little, I'm adding in some black peppercorns. To give it a nice local and regional flavor, I'm adding in some curry leaves. For some tang, some tamarind. And finally, a touch of coconut oil. To bring out all the flavors and give this a nice taste, of course, some salt. Time to grind this into a smooth paste, and for that, of course, we need some water. Do not get tempted to add in a lot of water at one go. Divide that into several batches if you need so. Our spice mix for Mysore dosa is done and ready. Let's transfer this in a container. The best part about this spice mix is that this can alternately be also used as a chutney. Both the components for the Mysore dosa are done and ready. That is the batter and the spice mix. The next step, of course, is to make the dosa. For that, you need to heat a pan and add in just a touch of desi ghee. With the help of a spatula, smear this well in the entire pan. And once the pan is moderately hot, you need to lower the flame and smear the dosa batter in the pan into form and shape of a thin pancake. With this, we need to just add in a touch of ghee. At this stage, you need to smear in some desi ghee. You could also prefer some salted butter if you please. Time to smear in the Mysore spice mix. You could be as generous as you please. We need to turn the flame high and cook this at least for a minute till it's nice, crisp and golden brown in color. Once you realize that the pancake has kind of curled on the edges, you need to pick up one of the curled sides, pull it towards you, and with this, your Mysore dosa is done and ready. Let's transfer this in a serving plate. And of course, this needs to be served with a chilled chutney and a hot sambar. Similarly, let's make some more pancakes or some more Mysore dosas. Whether you have the Mysore dosa for breakfast, light snacks or easy dinners, trust me, this is going to be fabulous to munch on while the batsmen of RCB are going to hit it out of the park. On that note, do not forget to like and share the video and continue watching Indian Culinary League Season 2.